It's pretty cool. You can do things in person and not online.
You didn't know that?
No, I order all my food online. People
Yeah.
bring me food. I don't leave the house.
Yeah.
Getting on a plane is terrifying.
I
for
find
me.
that very easy to believe.
I know you do. You've seen my belly. I'm not in great shape. I go up one flight of stairs and it's a rough life I live. But anywho,
That's how you keep your weight in check, because you pass out from going up the stairs and then you're not.
okay, sure. Also,
Okay.
it's also a sign of diabetes, but you know,
Not bad.
not bad, bro.
My
So then I
bad.
have diabetes, not
But
bad.
also not bad.
All right, anyway. But Secret versus Vici, these laning stages, I know you like Secret overall in this game based on draft, and I'm assuming that means the laning stage as well, for sure.
Yes, I think this this early laning stage from Vici, they have to play Naga and AA together and get something serious done here. They're actually going to open up on A spawn. I don't think this is a kill.
That's a lot of damage to the Chilling Touch. Here's the impale from
Fine,
Yapzor. And Lan M on his toes.
Nobody has a salve in the secret lane, so Ace is going to be floating.
All right,
on
Vici
low
gave it
health
one
for
the
them.
lane. Is that what you're trying to say?
Nah, not really.
Nah.
He's going to be floating low health on the Shadow Fiend for a while, so he has to play a little bit cautious, but if he gets a couple of CS, he'll be good. Meanwhile, of course, this rotation, or rather this aggro tri-lane for Vici Gaming. First of all, I feel like aggro tri-lanes have not been that successful as of late. They just don't feel as good when you run them. Like, often tend to get a bit under-leveled. The enemy safe lane team can just not play 3 heroes there. You get Ace a bit of a head start, get him off to get some souls, and then you leave. And then you play 2 and 3. If you don't die, you out-level your opponent. You just pull, get that advantage, and go pressure elsewhere. So I don't think Vici can stay 3 here. And the other downside for that is obviously Fatsa will have a great offlane game on his LC.
Yeah, what I was looking at LC, I'm like, this hero just seems amazing. Even though it's a support Naga, it seems an amazing hero against Naga. You press the attack off any ensnares, you overwhelming odds illusions if that was carry, but it's not.
Yeah.
Pretty cool pick that I don't know if they saw that coming, Vici Gaming, since it is Captain's Draft, but looking forward to seeing if Fada can snowball on this hero this game. It's kind of feels like one of those heroes that either you don't get any dual damage the first 30 minutes, or you just completely stop.
This is not the best duel game, but the other spells are good.
Yeah, the Astral Imprisonment is going to be
Astral
basically
and
the biggest.
Song are good counters, and even Chronosphere can be used pretty well because you obviously keep yourself in place, so you set up to get chronoed.
But that brings up a point. Like, how important are duels this game?
Not really important. I don't even think Secret are thinking of Legion Commander as an initiator anyway. They want to start the fights with Swap or with Alliance Stun if possible with a Blink, and then obviously it's an option for them to have with Legion, but I don't think they primarily picked it to fill that role.
Oh, Vici, they get the cold feet off. Looks like Shadowfiend's going to get rooted perhaps here, but a lot of damage being applied to Young 11 as well. Who will die first is the question. Puppy draws first blood on Young 11, so both carries dead, but Secret get the better of that engagement. Fenrir now on the run. Another cold feet coming out, but Puppy gets the magic missile and one more impale. Spell the doom of that ancient apparition. Void has come back. I mean, Void is just... I mean, we've seen this hero in Tri-Lanes before as well. Not super strong.
No. And this lane is only going to get harder. Like, Shadow Fiend in the early laning stage is super weak in lanes like this. The moment Ace gets level 3, I think Vici can't stay in this lane realistically. Like, the Shadow Razors are going to hurt way too hard. When they try to go on him, if they don't blow him up, he'll get 2 kills on the supports. His level 3 is just about in. 1 more CS should do it, or 2.
Yeah, that's 2-fer.
And the other thing to keep in mind is that we have a really good matchup for Sniper. Like, there's actually no hero Vici can put mid that Sniper doesn't beat. He beats OD, he does very well against Medusa. I feel like that's also Sniper's favorite matchup by a little bit, and he definitely beats the Void, so it's like, they will have a great time on the Sniper, who has only good core matchups this game, in my opinion. And
yeah,
obviously the Legion is doing well, so... I think Vici Gaming, from their perspective, this might be the best laning they could do, but they're still losing the lane. Not by a lot, but from my perspective, their lineup has to somehow find a way to win the lanes. It's just hard to see it.
Puppy level 2. Come back to that bottom lane. I believe Shadow Fiend, yeah, Ace is now 3. We'll see if...
Line is 3 as well. They have so much damage.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even realize that. Yapzor are very high level for himself here. There's the Impale Magic Missile. Not the greatest of layering, but it still might be enough to actually get the kill. Double Raise does it. Young 11 turning on Yapzor now. No Impale for another 4 seconds. I don't think he's going to do enough damage here. Has to time walk out back towards his tier 1. Another magic missile. Puppy just making sure he knows that he still has that skill available to use. I'm a magic missiler. So what is Vici? Do they just need to abandon this lane? Or
I don't think they
roam
can play
around?
the lane anymore. I think they did what they can. And now the goal for them should be to rotate their Naga and AA together with a smoke and see if they can get a pick on the sniper or if they can get a kill on the Legion. The Legion is really hard for them to kill, by the way. Their lane is really bad at killing Legion. Purge off the net, purge of Cold Feet, and you just run. AA, or the OD rather, has level 1 Astral. It's difficult to play, but we'll see. Now, Vici Gaming are still choosing to stay as 3 down here. I think if they get caught by a stun, they just die. Any hero, even the Void, will just die in a stun.
Oh, they start off with a net, but there's the magic missile to follow. Tail as well.
Oh, nice sticks.
Actually,
Got a
Kofi's
lot
going to
of
be there, and
sticks.
Shadow Fiend will drop here. The Lan M. Turn this around as well now to Yapsor. He's trying to create enough space, but here comes the Shrapnel mid-1. Able to get 1 kill. Could be another on Faceless Void. Nicely done. Another Shrapnel into an Assassinate. It's going to be close. Fenrir getting quite low. Puppy has Howl. Is that enough damage? Yes, it is.
Well, they fought the rotation. That went better for Vici than I thought it would. They
Shadow
got the
Fiend
sniper down.
back where you belong. Into the mid lane.
Yeah, so now this is unfavorable for him, obviously. He's playing a level 3 against level 5, but somebody has to take the empty lane, and this is the best thing overall for the team until a sniper readjusts his laning. Now that he TP'd down here, kind of has to stay. Great play from Lanham there. He soaked all the damage, had a lot of charges on his wand, and kind of baited Secret to take that fight. Also made sure he couldn't get double raised by Ace. He just ran straight in for him, so he could only hit the short raise. And all of that, I think Vici more or less played that situation perfectly. The rotation from Sniper just put a stop to their efforts.
Now Medusa in the mid lane, 28-7 versus the Sniper who's originally there, 38-12. So Sniper definitely getting the better of that engagement, but considering how things are going in the laning stage, that's okay for Vici, I would assume.
I don't think you can really expect it to go better than this.
Yeah.
The question once again is if it had to.
The good news
We'll
is
see.
Paparazzi is getting complete creep farm.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
The magic missile assassinate's coming. Can they layer it? Indeed they can. No time walk for you.
They didn't even need the Hex there. He used it in the end, but I think Void was dead anyway.
I think part of it, we've been over the mental game here. It's the mental thing.
Feels better to kill a fish.
Doesn't feel human. You're not ruining anyone. Well, Ori level 6 will be going for the phase boots. I mean, are you expecting any different builds than we're used to seeing on any of these core heroes for each respective team? Because we've seen kind of a variation of sorts for Medusa in the past, I want to say 6 months, where you don't always go for the stat build based on who you're playing against. But I would assume it's fine this game.
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think the Shadow Fiend will also go for the Yule's build this game. They have the Sniper and Legion Commander to do some physical damage too, so they can get a nice mixture of damage types on the Dire side. If anything, I think the Void goes full utility, which I don't know how common is anymore. But I would like to see Young 11 get a Blink Dagger in this game. They need someone to find those perfect engagements, always be in the position that they need. They have 2 heroes that deal a lot of damage in Chrono, but have very limited mobility and very limited defensive capability. I mean, I'm saying that it's a Medusa and an OD, right? There's Astral and Medusa has Mana Shield, but they're just immobile and they can't really respond to getting aggressed on in the same way as you would like. For example, if you had like a Queen of Pain who's way more mobile and faster bursts in the Chrono, they need extraordinary Chronos, is what I'm getting at, in order for these slower heroes to be able to deal the damage.
A lot of pressure on that faceless.
Treads into Blink, I would like. Get an optional Vlad's. I think if he goes the Mask of Madness build with Maelstrom, their line is too greedy.
Loaded to the gills.
Then they're not going to find any fight.
Feels like Vici Gaming knows that this is happening, right? Fenrir, he might end up being the sacrifice, but we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Young 11 in the bot lane. Chronosphere is going to be on one. Looks like a TP's coming in to that very same Chronosphere. Bata looks to be dead. Paparazzi takes it for himself. The Earth Spike, Faceless Void, gets Magic Missile now. I think they might have kind of overextended here, potentially. These Young 11, they feel very confident diving this tower. Another TP coming into play. Looks like Yapsor will fall to Paparazzi's right click. With Arcane Orb. A lot of damage for this.
This is a bit disconnected from Secret
OD.
here.
And now they have to back knowing that mid one is here.
Very glad to see the skill build from Young 11, by the way. I think it's almost always the best to build Void with max time. I've seen a lot of players be greedy and go for the stun. It's just, this spell is, for me, it's the bread and butter of the hero in the early game. Having Time Walk on low cooldowns, huge difference maker. It allows you to play aggressively and then knowing that 5 seconds later you can actually disengage again. If you're playing, let's say he was 204 build and he leaps in, he's committed. He's gonna die if anyone counterplays him. Like this, he has option. Would like to see a value point in dilation sometime soon. I don't think he should 4-1-4-0-4. 4-1-2 would be fine, and then max bash out. Dilation is a really good value point in general.
Yeah, for sure. How is it this game specifically, though? What do we have?
It's pretty good against a hero like Venge. She has fairly low cooldown spells, so
Yeah.
first two are like 10 seconds each. Lion's Stun is 12.
Raises, I guess.
Raises,
Kind
great
of.
against Shadow Fiend. It messes with a lot. Just getting slowed on Shadow Fiend sucks in general. We'll be seeing a drum build eventually.
Wait, how does that work
Drum
with
spells,
the 3 raises count as 3
individual
spells?
spells?
Oh, that's really good. Puppy level 5 in this bot lane. At what point do we see Secret start to aggress a little bit? We're going to see Sanity's Eclipse at the top lane. Fata,
Be crisp.
he gets quite low. He's going to be burnt to a crisp if he's not careful. Yaps are here for support. Will be enough to save his life at the very least. Still this ward here showing every rotation coming.
Legion has a pretty good base and just good stat gains in general and good base stats. So with the raindrop, not get killed off by OD, even with 18 install, and he did not die to that sanity. Most regular offlane heroes, call it, that would die, and that's has that bit of extra tankability, and it's understandable that Paparazzi isn't taking that. It's not the most common matchup to play OD into Legion. Rare.
And we yet to see a duel either. But like you said, not
It's
really
hard
the
to
name
do
of the
this.
game this time around. Because of the counter.
This is I'm pretty. This is looking pretty good for Vici. They got through the first 11 minutes without losing a tower, while doing fine in their lanes. All 3 of their cores have farm. They're even going to go Midas, it looks like, on Void, so feeling very comfortable with their position, being able to scale. And if this goes late, I have pretty high hopes for Vici Gaming. Their late game potential was extremely strong. Sniper's under control for them. Then the Medusa and the OD
Radiant's
both
bottom
should
tower
be able to
is under
shine.
attack.
Good enough. Maybe better. Yeah, once again, better than expected, actually. They're breaking even.
Seem surprised that they're afloat.
Not that they're afloat.
I think
I thought they would be losing.
The
at this
first
point.
thing you said was, I think Secret's going to win.
Yeah, I think they're good. I thought they were going to win it pretty fast. But
I
right
mean,
now,
I
Vici Gamer are
I think the panel agrees with you for sure.
doing a
Young
good
11 takes the rune and gets out of dodge. Very cheeky move from him, as like you said, the Midas. I mean, he can just buy it right now. Saving for something else now.
considering his options. He's had the gold for the Midas for a while, so considering he hasn't bought it, I don't know if he's thinking Maelstrom or if he's thinking Fling. His option, or maybe he forgot his gold.
Well, Ori with the Master
Alright, he
Madness
forgot
now.
his gold. Alright. Cool.
Maybe he was asking permission from the team.
I don't think Young 11 asked permission from anyone.
Yeah, maybe. Yep, sort. Still a path here from earlier where Legion Commander was eating
Dire's
trees.
top
See them
tower
throwing
is
back
under
now.
attack.
Sniper, mid one. Has the Mask of Madness. I assume is going to get a Hurricane Pike. I mean, has the Wraith Band. So, is this typically the time that you would see the Hurricane Pike, or are we going to see something slightly different this time around, considering it's maybe not the most usual draft?
If Sniper feels comfortable in the game, I like not going that even the... Oh, man. I like it when Sniper can go Mask of Madness into a damage item. So straight Maelstrom, for example. It ramps up his farm a lot faster than having to stop in between for that Force Staff or the Pike. But in this game, I don't know if he feels like he needs the Pike. It's very nice against Naga, obviously, to push away from the snare. He can maybe counterplay Voids, but Void
lane,
yeah. Oh, actually banished.
It's going to be enough. The Astral just in time. No dual damage for Fata. Looks like they probably would get the kill with the overwhelming odds at the very least. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Boom.
Fata dodged that Ice Blast, but here comes the Naga Siren. Ultimate coming into play. Paparazzi very low on mana though. Danny's Clip is there, technically speaking. He gets his snare, does Yapsor. Puppy has Magic Missile, keeping OD
Dire's
in
middle tower is under attack.
from a
Dire's
distance at least. And
structures are
Yapsor plus Fata will be able to get away safely. Look. And Yapsor going straight for Blink, as we would expect any Yapsor here.
So that was a Song and Duel expended, and Secret got a kill, but not the...
Dire's
Still,
top
I
tower
got a kill on a
is under
core,
attack.
didn't lose anyone. Song is a very long cooldown, so the more play potential now in the coming 2 minutes.
A Mystic Snake is one of the more infuriating spells in the game. If I might make a list of most infuriating spells in the game. I think that would make top 10. Pretty.
It's pretty...
Right.
It's very satisfying
buffed
to
too.
use.
Yeah,
It's
well,
so
of
satisfying to cast a spell and gain something from it.
Well, it's not only that, but you know your opponent really
Mental
hates
damage.
you. Exactly. There we go.
Exactly.
Maybe we can.
Lots of mental damage.
Maybe we can patent that. Coin that phrase.
Mental damage? I can't take credit for that, but I can't remember where I heard it.
Mental. Mid one. Went straight for the Daedalus, it seems. I was not expecting straight Daedalus.
I thought he was going to go Maelstrom.
Yeah, Maelstrom would be the more typical ramp-up kind of deal. He does have that level 10 talent, though, right? Or it's level 15 now.
Alright. Most snipers go the damage effect. But Shrapnel is a great spell, obviously, so CDR is also good. It reduces the cooldown of Mask of Madness, also very nice. I think mid one has the right idea here, but not go for stuff. I like this. I just don't know if mathematically if Daedalus is the better choice. Anything else?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pretty
Only
solid.
time will tell.
He's expecting to be able to stand behind and just dish out the damage, so he's just looking for the best bang for his buck. Right?
Yep, for sure. And basically the only catch is Song and Void in general. Odie takes an Assassinate to the back of the head as Secret amalgamates in this Tier 1 tower top.
They haven't taken a tower yet. Minutes. With SF. Well, now mid tower got denied, so now they got their first one, and the top tower is soon called. So they're going to get 2 in a row here. Shadowfiend is not joining the play, apparently. He's farming Shadowblade. I don't see that often now. Obviously a good item as part of the right-click build, so he will not be going the caster SF that I thought he would.
This is the pub build, man.
I think yours is the pub build.
This goes back to Dota 1. I don't know if you know what Dota 1 was.
I never heard.
It was a good game, a very limited engine. But Shadowblade, otherwise known as Lothar's, was a great item.
Lothar's Edge back in the day.
Nobody knew how to counter it. There was no Dust of Appearance back then.
I don't remember when
Just
Dust
Sentry.
was used.
It was after I started.
Gem is an old item.
Gem, I believe. I mean, Smoke is relative. I mean, pretty
Smoke
new.
was 6
overall.
point something. Well, I've even been 6.0.
A lot of things were 6 points. That's like 80% of Dota. We're gonna see a duel here on the Faceless Void. They do. Oh, he's barely gonna get the damage. 10 damage goes the way of Fata. That was a weird, overwhelming odds. Magic Missile now applied to Naga Siren Puppy. Super aggressive again. Still has swap available. He's gonna use it onto Ori. Yapsor trying to drain some mana. Fata doesn't have the duel to work with. Puppy's gonna get destroyed on the backside. Lan not gonna die, but they're not gonna die to the assassin. But the overwhelming odds is there.
The Puppy's aggression does give them a trade, but it's a support for a support. They get the Naga, but no key cooldowns expended from either except the swap. It's still going to be ready again when he respawns. Right home about. Vici Gaming are still going to take this opportunity to just look to siege bottom. We get to work on this tower. Sniper should have actually done this game.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's obviously hard to use the active on Sniper.
And what's the range on?
It's pretty short.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Or, well, pretty short. It's
Relative to Sniper.
Relative to Sniper's range is pretty... It's just, I think, just for the purpose of killing Medusa, it's the best item he can buy for gold, but that is only against Medusa. I think the item is nice against Void too, just because its mana pool is very low and he's a very mana build. I think Diffusal could have been a nice choice.
He wants to initiate. There is a sentry close by.
Oh, that is not a good
jumps
thing.
right into a smoke, I believe.
Worked out.
Now he's on
Shadowblade did Requiem.
Yeah, he had Shadowblade. It was about to run out, so I didn't want to risk it. There's a sentry here, though, showing this Observer Ward secret, and now they know. Now Vici knows that there's a sentry. We have yet to see the Requiem come into play, but Ace, he's going to be super happy with how things are going. I mean, Medusa right now, top of the net worth as far as Vici's concerned. Got Sniper and Shadowfiend, second and third, followed closely by. Sniper Chrysalis is now in his inventory. We're on Daedalus watch officially. Faceless Void with the Blink Dagger, of course. The Ultra Initiation possibility. If you go Blink Dagger, do you still go Time Walk cast range at 20? Probably still, right?
I think he does in this game because he doesn't need
Because he has to be the...
I think Blink Ags is great.
Yeah, Ags is always
Optional
good.
Vlads along the way. Vlad's is actually really nice because there's minus armor on the Radiant. I think getting that extra armor for his Medusa and his OD is very valuable.
True.
Could get a Solar Crest on Naga after this Spirit Vessel as well. We didn't talk about OD's item build, by the way. There's a couple of peculiar things. First of all, I went Ring of Aquila, which is not that common on OD. It in the past was very common. Lately, I
thought
think
he
it's
was going
fallen
to
out
turn
of
that
favor.
into a Hurricane Pike. That's probably why he just changed his mind.
I don't think so. I think he built it early.
Oh.
And then he just went BKB, straight up, which is more unusual. You usually see Force Staff into Pike and Blink, then BKB. But a very defensive approach here. He's scared of just all this magic burst from Secret in the fights. And obviously you always need to remember when it comes to this BKB choice, this is a lesson I feel like every core learns at some point. It's like, BKB feels so nice to have. It's like, oh, I can just fight. But if nothing happens, you're effectively hemorrhaging gold every minute. It's super inefficient for what you pay.
Finger? No.
No.
Save that cooldown, yeah. So 11 now.
Paparazzi with this item build actually can't even sustain his aura. He ran out of mana. This feels even worse. He's actually losing so much farm on buying this BKB right now. Considering he was in the safe lane and had a free start in the game, his farm should have been higher than this.
It's fine. He's got a mana pop, bro.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he gets a proc.
Got a proc?
He didn't get a proc.
It's all good. Oh, looks like we had a duel, but the song there to counter. As long as one of these two heroes are there, it's gonna be hard to get any of these off for Fada.
Close call on the swap there. Puppy was almost finding him with Wave of Terror. 11. Vici are just kind of playing keep away.
Yes, they are.
Farming,
Delaying.
flying time.
Smoke here. Mighty Sing another creep. The Daedalus is now online.
Okay. Snipers are ace.
He has to find a way to find the Chronosphere on the Shadow Fiend. Ace is just dead. 100%. Paparazzi. He gets a couple Essence shit. Or Essence Aura procs, my friend. He got it.
And he stole some int, so now he might be able to sustain his mana. Still 8 in. Oh, some procs in a row.
Just cross the river, hit the enemy 3 times, and you have
Correct me
enough
if I'm
mana.
wrong, this is one of the few spells in Dota that's still true random. You know this stuff.
That one I don't know.
I think Essence Aura is true random, but I could be wrong. I'm almost positive that it was at least toward, even if it's pseudo-random now, it was true random for a long time compared to like crits and bash.
I'll tell you something even more interesting. Not actually that interesting.
As a
This build from OD, you know what you're susceptible to? Very unique.
physical damage.
No.
You can't banish yourself and
Alright, you're not gonna guess. It's Shadow Fiend getting a Silver Edge if he ever does that. He'll disable Essence Aura and can't regain mana. You see? Easy peasy. Countered.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy an int item and then you're fine. Then you counter the counter.
It's
See what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
worrying that you even get that idea. It's just you have a really, really bad mindset about the game to even think about that.
Well, it's more. You were talking about him getting Shadow Blades
know,
kind of
it's a
on him.
creative solution. It's good to
is there
think
a
creative.
Is there a Silver Edge
It's good to be creative.
play here? And I'm
It's
like,
good
not
to be
really,
creative
but
and
I'll
get
mention
ideas
this
like
really bad one so Sting gets mad at me.
This is just creativity did not bring much with it.
I'll try better next time for you. Oh my god, Fenrir. I don't think that's going to be enough. He's going to live through the day, and mid-1 might be in trouble here. Nice swap. He's going to
nice
dodge
timing.
the Sandy's Eclipse as a result. Vanishes there as well. Odie getting dueled. It's going to be very close, and Fada finally gets the damage for himself. Mid-1 just feels like he's always getting targeted. Will finally get dropped. 2 for 1. Now Yapster with the sheep. Doesn't have Blink Dagger or anything like that, so he's resigned to his death. Only loses about 100 gold. So 2 for 2. Great swap from Puppy. Although Sniper ends up dying.
SF didn't manage to join the fight in time. He was in the back, shadow bladed, wanted to wreck him, and he was like, he was not in the right position to even make a play, so Ace just went and cleared up a wave, did a bit of damage to the tier 2 top, and then left. This should be a top tier 1 for Vici. What was expended? They used Eclipse, they still have Chrono, they used
Radiant structures
Stone
are
Gaze.
fortified. Dire are scanning.
really focused. Ori is going to keep racking up the gold. They're thinking about
They're
duel.
going to go on duel with the Blade Mail, but of course, NM Song is there to counter. Will they be able to turn this around? They're just going to hightail
for
out.
Chrono.
Hightail out of it. Their vessel online.
He does have it now. Tread swaps.
I was meant to have
What are we talking about?
Void having Chrono mount.
Oh. He just needs to stand next to OD and it's going to be fine.
Yeah, actually, he just got a couple of time losses.
You know,
Really low
doesn't
ones.
OD have a... He has a talent to increase the percentage levels that.
Yeah,
level
15. You always take 14.
Not this game.
I guess.
Not this game, buddy.
You buy a Windlace and take the other one.
Yeah, you can always buy those items.
It's a pretty good drum hero, to be honest. I like the build up on that hero quite a bit. No, I don't play it myself.
I mean, it's too late to go that now, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. But it makes a lot of sense as the first item on OD. Drum or force staff.
Oh,
is
fought it.
generally-
They actually are going to get a duel here. Much needed damage for him. 38 online. That's what happens when there's no Naga or OD. Pesky counters to that
Dire's
Legion.
bottom tower is under
Going to
attack.
pound upon that tier 1 bottom as OD gets shrizzled by mid 1. He does so. It's insane. I mean, he doesn't really have attack speed without the Mask of Madness activated, but he still does a ton of damage. There's a swap.
Sorry, I'm out of position, Yapsar. I'm just going to swap you into the bad position. I didn't even have a blink on you.
They have a great relationship. I'm sure they can.
I mean, that was 100% a kill for Vici if they wanted to use Chrono. They don't want to Chronos.
I think until you get Ags or something like that, you can't. You have to think really.
He's going.
Every Chrono is
Did
very
you say he's
important.
going Link?
OD?
No, the Void. It's going Lincoln.
So it's more of a defensive approach. I think it's good if he puts it on one of his other cores. Ideally, he shouldn't need to use it on himself. He just needs to be in the back line, get a blink chrono in the right time, or just engage the fight like that, and then put the Lincoln on someone else. 'Cause honestly, apart from a chrono, his hero is pretty worthless. He's chrono and dilation. You know? He doesn't have any damage.
Oh, who do you link? Like, who are you afraid of being swapped? OD can technically banish himself. Medusa can just stone gaze if he doesn't get.
Best thing to link in this game is the duel.
Well, that I mean, I'm saying what hero specific. So it would be Medusa in that case, right? Or OD.
That he would link in.
Yeah, just to stop the duel.
It really depends on the situation. I just think one of the cores.
Very unselfish play.
We'll see if that's what he does. Obviously, this gives him more confidence to split push because now he knows he can't hit duel while he's linked in. But there's quite a few breaks on the secret. Right? Mana Drain, Hex, Hail, Bench Stun, Swap. More than enough, and they
Vici
just got
Gaming.
themselves a free
They
roach.
have an idea. The song is up, but Aegis is gone. They're actually going to use it anyway.
Oh, they're stacked up with 2.
We'll
That's a free
see.
chrono. That's
Yeah,
2 kills.
Chrono on 2, and that's the 2 most important heroes to take down. The BKB is popped. We'll see if it actually matters. Nice swap from Puppy, keeping Ace alive. But Sniper, or Legion Commander, I should say, and Bench is going to drop to the deck. Nice Wrecking Missiles on the sidelines, though. Stone Gaze is popped by Ori. Pressuring mid 1 with that Scotty, keeping him at bay, kiting him. Doesn't really have anything to work with as far as mobility is concerned. That's going to be the Aegis, just like that. And they're going to completely surround him. Yapsor and
Oh,
Ace
BKB.
really trying to do stuff here. Mid 1 pops the BKB. Astron Prism keeps his teammate alive. Fender just gets destroyed. Mid 1, though, will finally find his way to the grave. As Sanity's Eclipse, plus a couple right clicks, will take down the Shadow Fiend finally. So that's the Aegis. That's literally right after a Roche fight, and they
Yeah.
lose it.
Dire's
Pretty
top
good for
tower
Vici.
is
That was a good
under
song from
attack.
Lanham. Considering that they just lost the... Oh, yep. Not being cute there with a blink. Considering that they just lost
Dire's
the
top
Roche
tower
when
is under
ideally they
attack.
wanted to fight for that Roche,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good outcome. That they get rid of the Aegis and get kills. And Secret kind of just pulled one on them. They got that Roche for free by...
Dire are
I think they
scanning.
identified that Vici Gaming were a bit too bottom with the ward that they have on the shrine. Saw Vici there and went in for it. Plan him. Those 2 heroes weren't stacked next to each other. Like, imagine he only gets 1 in the song, or even if he gets 2 in the song and they're not close together so they can't chrono like that.
Yeah.
That could have been pretty good for Secret. Like, chrono's one guy and the guy gets swapped, who knows what happened. But
Yeah, they have that one save. They just don't have another. I mean, they have the press the attack for other means.
yeah, but
but
he was
it's-
also...
Yeah, it's not going to be enough to actually save anybody, in theory.
Like Shadow Blade for fun. Well, this game.
Ability. Will he turn into a Silver Edge to disable Essence? It's the question.
Highly doubt.
Don't
Get
stop believing.
Silver Edge the split shot if we do.
Is money.
Yeah. Actually, that's not that. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good sometimes.
That's pretty good. Especially once you hit 25 and have the split shot using modifiers.
Yeah.
Scotty going up. But he's working on pure damage himself with that Daedalus. See where he goes from there. How important is evasion this game? For each
Yeah, I was
respective
thinking
team?
that too.
gonna
I was
say,
thinking
Butterfly
he
is
might
great.
butter.
Or even if you can somehow, at some point in the game, get a halberd on Young 11. You can get in range of Sniper.
Yeah, that would be good. I like the axe, though. I think he should have bought it before Lincoln. See how useful this...
Ace, 9-second BKB. He's going towards. He's actually going Ags himself. A little strange build.
They go just bought it in there.
But they just dust. Dust. Thinking somebody was invisible.
So this is a tricky situation for Seek, right? Like they... Wait.
Quad is going to start this fight onto LAN. Assassination is going to be there, but nope. Astral Imprisonment keeping alive. He's going to get swapped at the last moment, so no dual damage would be awarded to anybody this time. Paparazzi, very easy kill on Puppey, who essentially sacrificed himself along with Yapsor. So 2 supports dead. Fada is going to be living through this engagement. Oh boy, Ace.
He catches Sniper. This is Rax, I think. He just saw.
They're going to focus onto Shadow. Okay, onto the Sniper. Oh, Odie's actually inside of the Chronosphere. That's not exactly what was planned, but they're going to get the kill nonetheless. He can be popped by Ace. He gets ensnared though. Do they have the vision?
They can do it from inside.
Afterwards, a Sandy's Eclipse. They don't need vision. He's in the area. Let's get that big AoE spell. And this is a tier 2 tower, if not more. 60 seconds with no Shadow Friend. Landing with the Spirit Vessel, so he's going to get... Who's cutting the wave here? Is this,
The guy who is dying.
Oh! Oh, that Shadow Blade. Oh, that Shadow Blade. He'll be fine, Fata. You're good.
He still doesn't have any mana. He's actually stuck.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's stuck.
1 wand charge.
Radiant's
Pop it.
middle tower is under attack.
So wait a bit. He's gonna get some impact or wait for the mana.
Oh, he dropped the Blade Mail
for
and
mana.
wanded. Yeah, this
Actually,
is,
them going for that LC kill, I think was cost them a bit of time. I don't know if the creep wave could have been here any faster than this. Maybe not.
Radiant structures are
Generally, you
fortified.
want to start hitting these objectives as soon as possible instead of kill, even if it's a core like that. But I think they didn't have a wave.
Radiant's middle
Ori
tower
is very
under
low on
attack.
mana.
So,
I mean, we talked about how it wasn't too important for LC to get dual damage necessarily, but we've seen a lot of fights start with LC duels that just get completely countered.
Dire's
Yeah, I
top
just
tower is under
I don't
attack.
think they can start a fight like that secret. They have to. It's tricky, right? Because there's these 2 counters to duel. There's Astral and there's Song. And if he duels one of them, that's great. But then the other one needs to be kept in check. He dueled the Naga there, which I think would be a really good fight opener for them. But they just need
Radiant are
anyone
scanning.
to stop the OD Blink. And that fight is probably secret. I like the idea of open. Yapsor has to Blink Hex the OD. And then I see that fight going very well for round. Didn't manage to find. And you need to remember that Secret chose that fight as well. They want to go in because if they just sit around and wait, even though they have Sniper, this Medusa will be taken.
Oh, he's gonna go. Oh, the force. My God, that reaction time. Are you serious? Jeez.
He wouldn't have died anyway, I think.
Oh, either way, that's impressive. I'm impressed. As a 32-year-old male, I am really impressed by
Very
that play.
important that you're male.
Oh, either way, the 32-year-old is probably more important.
Females aren't that impressed
Once you
by
hit like 20,
quick, of course.
or once I hit 20, I felt like an old man. Imagine how I feel now. I feel like I should be put in a retirement.
yeah.
Does that feel accurate to you? Ace, what do you think about this Ags? I feel like that's
I don't know if that's
it's
the
interesting.
right approach. And I think the real problem right now is that he's just struggling to get in. But I don't think he can buy like Blink Deck. Maybe I think he needs to choose between 2 routes. One is this
Radiant's
like
bottom
more
tower
spell based
is under
now,
attack.
where he already has Drum Shadow Blade, or he commits to physical damage, gets a damage item, and he runs in the backline and tries to like 2-shot the AA with a Deadlift or something. I think in this game it might actually be better to go the damage route because you see how the fights are going. Vici Gaming are like controlling 1 or 2 cores, so the last core kind of needs to be able to kill stuff so that they can respond at least. I just think criticize almost any line. I feel like there's something else that's better.
No, it's a tough spot for sure. I mean, I feel like
He's changing it to Butter.
yeah, I was gonna say butterfly, like evasion of any kind, because if you're stuck in Chronosphere, it's not like you can get if somebody else has a halberd maybe on the outside, maybe that's something, but more defensive perhaps. But then, like you said, they're not really. I mean, your damage is sniped. He is going Hurricane Pike, so we'll be shortly. Need to have quick fingers to get out of that Chronosphere. Gonna be a tough one. All right, this is an interesting question. Level 25 for Void.
Radiant's
Most people, I
top
think,
tower
take
is under
25%
attack.
backtrack, but this game, I think he might go AoE.
I think backtrack. Cool.
Still better.
The tricky thing about the Chronosphere AoE is that
It could hurt you as well.
it's not only that, it's just like generally, it may sound weird because it's like if you think of how a fight is structured and how heroes are placed relative to each other, it's generally cores that will maybe go in together, and then if they're too close to each other, and the supports are in the back, or there's 1 or 2 cores going in, and then you hit them with a regular chrono. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that common that this extra chrono AoE will actually net you another target. What it might do sometimes is, if you're playing against multiple ranged cores that can like spread out in a shape, it's kind of get a bit like something almost. Maybe can be good.
Oh my god. He killed 2 heroes by hitting creeps. Holy jeez.
That's
Split shot
That's the
using
switch
modifiers. Very strong level 25
So they
talent.
dueled Medusa with Blade Mail on, and Shadow Fiend used the 46 soul, I don't know, oh never mind, he did 36 soul Requiem. They attacked him, and he almost lost his mana.
Almost lost it.
He still had like,
They needed Lion there to,
and then he found
to
a
mana
return.
drain. Much faster.
You know, the
much
hero in that
faster. Puppy is in all likelihood dead as well, but mid one, oh boy. Alright, we have the song.
Oh, he's bottom. I'm coming, team.
They
He's
can
starting
probably
to
still
cross
do this.
now.
Ori doesn't have his ultimate, of course. We'll see if mid one can finish anybody off. Land, I'm getting quite low. Paparazzi not able to do damage because of that BKB, as mid one's going to destroy the OD, able to save himself temporarily with the Astral. Puppy not timing the howl correctly, but don't think that would have been a kill anyway. So Secret just falling apart at the seams in this game.
Late
And this
game,
OD,
dire
this
lineup.
OD just looks almost impossible to kill. I mean, your best case scenario is just Sniper is somehow, they forget he's on your team, the other team. He just sits there, auto-attacking for 15 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
How long has this Ag's been online?
Radiant structures
Get it?
are fortified.
I had it for a while. He's had it for like
So what is
3,
it,
4,
60
5
second cooldown now? Does it add? Okay.
Radiant's middle tower.
Fenrir got killed in mid by Fata, trying to prevent Fata, I guess, from cutting the wave. I'm not sure. Or he was making his way down there for some reason. Well, he got picked off, so they got the power only. No Rex here. I thought Vici were going to get a lane. They're going to get 2 tier by the looks of it. Nice little pick by some time.
Roshan is available to take, of course. Vici's lineup's not exactly
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
nothing compared to the Secret. In fact, they could potentially even heal Rosh
Still,
real quick.
this Dusa can take Assault Grass, and
This is
Mass
100% needed. In fact, Aegis G.
yeah, they have to. G. I think Secret is one of the best teams. They're very good at identifying.
I
when
would
it's
say
possible.
any Eternal Envy.
They just
also
do it.
good at-
They just do it enough times. That come.
Play the numbers game, man. It's all good.
I mean,
I'm saying percentile, percentage-wise,
So
Secret's the best.
the reason I really
Sorry,
like this
Vici.
this kind of play is that it shows the team understand what position. This is a clear desperation movement. They know this game is falling apart, and if they give this Aegis away, they just lose. So they go for a risky play that could
Radiant
just lose them the
bottom
game, but it's
shrine
better
under
than not
attack.
trying this play and losing anything. I really like that they pulled.
At
The
what
first,
point?
the first Roach they got as well this game was also pretty nice. They just barely got clipped on the way out by the song.
There finds him. Oh boy. Cold Feet, Song. Turn it off here in a second as the Cold Feet is
They can
applied.
actually blink.
He gets away. So, anticlimactic there, but good for Secret fans.
Let's smoke gang. Well played.
Great timing. So Halbert is on Fata. BKBs, they have to get the BKBs off beforehand, of course. So Medusa can be Halberted any, as
Yeah.
long as there's not a Lincoln Sphere applied. Has he been doing that? I haven't been.
Oh, quick reaction.
Great, I'm glad I saw it. Thanks for hyping. Oh! Oh! Got it.
I love how many times you clicked your mouse.
Oh.
Oh, Chrono's up again in 50. That's the
it's not-
really nice thing about having Ags on voice, that you know the risk is there. Like,
Exactly.
if he reacts fast, not the end of the
Dire
40
are
seconds.
scanning.
timing window here for very minor. Even try
Oh.
to do anything?
Oh, ancient farming. So Cheese online, of course, and Sniper with the Aegis for another 3 minutes. It looks like.
Secret definitely want to use a...
Now, the question: do you save? Like, at one point, do you not save for buyback?
I think
Secret,
you
or
don't
do
save
always?
for buyback.
You just buy out whatever you.
Well, it
If it's a
depends.
full item.
Yeah.
if mid one had the money for butter now, I think he should. If
Yeah.
that's what he. Like you're not. I don't think you're gonna lose a fight with a sniper, and then buy back, and then it's gonna turn. But what turns the game is if you get a good jump, if you have the damage deck. It's like Vici Gaming are progressing into cheese Aegis, very confident. Or it's arguably maybe a little bit of the opposite as well, that they want to be the one just so Secret don't. And then even if this is a trading fight where they lose a core or two and Secret loses an Aegis cheese, then okay with that as long as they're fighting on Secret. Get over and get an objective.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
By the way, have you ever seen the 7 split shot target ever picked up?
I think I've seen it once.
Is it awful? I mean, in theory, it's great if you don't have a Scotty.
It's just tricky, right? Because you get that against elite heroes, right? But then you would rather have split shot, use the modifiers, and get a Mjolnir.
Nice.
Then it's still deal. It's hard to justify that.
Oh, Yasuo's going to jump in on Fenrir. See if they can take him out. Young Eleven's going to bail, so Fenrir looks to be the sacrifice. Oh, I see a Chronosphere to swap. One. Yeah, that's 40 or that's 60 seconds with no Chronosphere right now. Young 11 trying to TP out, but there's Yapster with the cancel. Lincoln Sphere was applied, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. So that's a dead void for 85 seconds. Does have buyback. They're going to find Fenrir and midway. All right. Well, he does some damage, I suppose. Another minute and a half on this Aegis. They really need to capitalize on this time window.
Yeah, they don't have good waves though. They went for this play into their wards. They smoked in and looked for kills in their wards, but Vici Gaming is taking care of pushing out all lane, so they can't really get any structural damage. It's still nice to get a core kill, of course. And at this point, I think Secret could be happy to gain map. They will get the mid. See them taking any.
One. The level 25s for this guy. Oh yeah, kind of a weird one. 125 attack range. Is it that attack from Fountain? I guess beginning of Thrones.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I don't see why you
Absolutely
wouldn't
crazy.
take that.
9 shrapnels. You can plaster. You can actually cover like a. I don't know. You know the area Monkey King's ult? Bigger AoE talent? You can cover like twice of that with 9.
So 3 screens worth. Wait, what am I saying? Oh, mid. Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, wait, so who piked who?
I'm not
so
sure.
mid one. Wait,
Oh,
what?
there's one pike down here.
I thought they both piked each other.
Maybe.
But he couldn't attack
Oh,
with the
boy.
Dusa.
Oh my god, there's 10 seconds left in the Aegis. If they can time this, it's going to be a little bit difficult. We'll see. Mid one gets swapped up. Puppy taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Chronosphere onto 2. Aegis is now
teammates.
gone. Yeah, one of the business teammates not exactly as planned. Ancient Apparition getting dueled. Not going to be enough to actually take him out quite yet. Dual damage finally goes the way of that LC, but the sniper is dead. Ace gets up a beautiful Requiem of Souls, but he's surrounded by enemies. Pops the cheese. BKB still activated, but this is just way too much damage to speak of. 2 for 1.
Oh, that was not a good. But it didn't matter. He chronoed the sniper, and then his 2 allies that were supposed to kill a sniper. He chronoed Medusa and OD. Basically, it just like bought time for them. But still worked out. Not the greatest chrono. Still showing.
This is, if Lanham gets this. Vata, ooh.
Oh, he has the break with Halberd here. No duel yet. 5 seconds.
A young 11 working towards a BKB for himself now. And Vici Gaming has arrived at the high ground. So Shadow Fiend with buyback in 40, Sniper, nothing. So this is going to be the mid-racks giving up. Fortifications
It's 2
delaying
lanes
it.
if they don't buy back Shadow.
Are under attack.
They have chrono again.
How big of a concern is Shadow Fiend buying back with half the soul? That, I mean, his Requiem is not
It's
going to be
not,
nearly as good.
that big of a concern, but it's...
We have a chase mid lane. It looks
Wait,
like
I feel
Vata.
like this is the same thing again. Why is AA... AA is being chased by
You
Lucian in
die
the
for
middle
your
of the map.
cause. So they're going to give up 2 racks. Probably the correct play.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
And Vici
They now go
Gaming.
for the range.
Looks like Fata's still playing around with Fenrir. They're just playing their own game of Dotes over here.
This
And,
is,
I mean, the longer this goes, like if people don't know, the Song of Siren with Ags heals percentage based. I believe, is it 70%?
Yes.
Right, of those 7 seconds. So
10% of max health per second.
max health, yeah. So it's basically a jug ward on steroids.
They don't commit. They're very cautious. Free kill. She's not
Well,
willing
that's
to
safe.
give Secret any space, or any chance rather, to Moon
Discipline.
Shard by Ori. He is actually maxed out at this point.
That's not true. He can get boosted travel too.
True that.
Replace any.
Might want to replace. I don't know if you want to replace. Still a really good item.
You can replace your boots for Aegis and cheese, and then refresher shard.
Definitely.
No, bro. Have you seen Double Gaze? She's twice as ugly. she's hideous. There's the. Oh, this is interesting. All right.
Yep.
Man, I love Axe heroes are the best, man. It's like every hero in the game.
So 8-second hard lockdown in which nobody deals damage to either target except
But the problem
ones
is
in the duel.
Astral still applies.
Yeah.
Song of Siren does nothing now, though. That's good because
What
of
do
the BKB. If you get the duel off, the Song of Siren's not going to stop you from hitting target.
Well, it sleeps the Legion. So they're just gonna stand there.
No, Legion is BKB.
That is correct.
You literally just said that. You started the conversation.
Huh? No,
I like how you
no,
have
I
to
said-
process
no,
it
no,
because you just
no, no.
assume I'm wrong all
No,
the
no.
time.
So what I did say, what I said was that they only deal damage to each other, but don't take damage from anyone else.
Okay.
But
But
I
he also
think-
gets
so-
the free BKB.
The Legion Axe has been through like 3 or 4
Yes.
phases. There was one where they only took damage from each other, but both were still fully
Yes,
able to be locked down.
that's correct.
That's the old Axe in Legion.
So the only
Now you also get BK.
yeah. So obviously Halberd would work before you use that, but the main counter is still going to be the Astral
Yes.
for that. The Astral your team.
And the song is... I mean, it's still useful, right? Because you can heal the guy who's being dueled.
That's true.
So
That's true.
He can,
Yeah.
when he has the Axe, it has an effect. And you are also like sleeping the rest of the team. Uh-oh, speaking of sleep, we got ourselves a Shadow Fiend. They don't have detection on Nog. Oh, they have those.
All right, we're gonna have a big ass
he took
Chronosphere.
the
He
big
took
ass
it.
Chrono.
Get wrecked, Cinderin, as Ace.
Look at what he used it for. He killed his whole team.
Hey, it's fine. It's all about style points, mental games going in. Through
That
the rest
was
of this
actually
tournament.
worse. That was flat out objectively worse to have the good Chrono.
All right, that's just a small sample size. That's one Chronosphere. Come on now.
Maybe he's going... Is there like some sort of stat with heroes Chrono, comp per Chrono? He got 4
In our tournament, there is. Here comes the duel. There's the Astral again. It is 8 seconds of duel time, though. Mid one, taking some damage from that Void. Dealing a lot more, though, in the Hurricane fight. Oh my god, Yapsor. Just destroying kids left and right. 2 for 1 right now. The swap keeping mid one alive a little bit longer, but he cannot look at that hideous snake any longer. Will fall to his grave. A 3 for 2. As Vici Gaming will go high ground again. Sniper will 100% have to buy back if they continue. But again, seen this every single time. But how much does it matter when there's a wave
There's a
up
wave
here?
top. This time is not going to do as much.
Sniper 25. Oh my god, he's so close to the 9 shrapnel
Radiant's middle
charges.
tower is under
Imagine
attack.
if they stack.
I know a lot of people who think they stack in pubs. In case you're good, there's probably a good percentage of people watching that.
You just put 9
Pretty
shrapnel. How much damage would that be? If
I
it
mean,
stacked?
it's
Probably like 500 a second.
put it on top of Chronosphere, and
Yeah.
everybody dies, no matter how.
Yeah, it's pretty good this game actually. Void is going to Chrono his whole team. And then you shrapnel it. That's true.
If only it's stacked though. So what's the next item for Void, you think? Let's say he has infinite gold right now. You go, is Refresher something you think about? You go for actual damage at this point, maybe?
Maybe an E-Blade, then Chronos, and then he can save his allies.
Alright, mid one Soling Roche for now, fought with a double damage. Has 74 dual damage so far this game. I mean, he's
They're
definitely
actually getting it again. They're getting it again.
I mean, mid one hits like a truck, so can't be too surprised. That's the Refresher Shard. Are we going to see double duel?
Radiant's bottom tower
Are we going to
is
see
under
10 shrapnel charges, perhaps?
It
Oh, it
is-
does it double? It
is-
actually refreshes it, right? So it could be 18 shrapnel charges. It refreshes all of them, I think, right?
I don't know if it refreshes
I'm
all of
pretty
those.
sure
I
it
think
does. I'm pretty sure.
I like it on the Lion though. Best hero they have for it. He has 2 Axe fingers now. Up, that's one of them. That was a creep
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, does he actually even have mana to cast? It's 900. He can't cast. It was close.
Yeah, but he has this skill, so I think
yeah,
it's not instant. But,
it's
you know.
a bit hard fights now, right now
Well-
to use mana.
But look at this. What did he take, my friend?
Multi-mana drain.
Yes. over 500 health. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but that's awesome. That's awesome.
Does it work against Nagalos now? Because I think it didn't.
If you don't target it, it'll prioritize heroes. It should work on illusions though now.
I seem to remember the old multi mana drain talent from Lion on 25 not targeting illusion at all. That it only hits real heroes.
I don't think he's trying to counter the position 5 Naga right now. I don't think. Could be wrong though. I've been wrong before many a time. Oh, Ori, perhaps getting caught out. Fodder jumps in, not able to get the duel off though. Blade Mail is down. Ace looking for an opening, but this is pretty scary stuff for Secret. They need to play this picture perfect to be able to.
Scary stuff for both teams. You get this late into the game for 50 minutes. Refresher shard, just.
Who has the refresher shard? Is it the Lion?
Right? It's like 10-second or 10k gold lead against Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher shard. If that's behind on gold makes they will actually offer favor.
Or Shadow Fiend didn't even get the cheese from Snow.
Bota needs to.
Yeah, then there's no counter other than the heal from the
song heal or the chrono, right? The chrono would still actually chrono the lead.
That's true. And his team, just to be able to say
that's a given. That's what I'm not even saying. That will definitely.
It's essentially a global chrono. Any other? Did he take? No, he took the 125 attack range. By the way, we're not going to be seeing shrapnel.
Trying to just outrange the Medusas.
Yep.
I think this is pretty rare, actually. Snipers choose. I kind of like it in this game because of what struggles he has. Now, preparing for late game.
60-second Arcane Orb Insta-Steal. Both of these seem really good. 15% spell life doesn't sound like that much, but with OD, considering he's essentially just right-clicking with magic damage, pure damage.
And also, if you get like half HP with OD and you use ulti, it will heal you.
Oh boy, the Chronosphere is going to hit 2 just on the edge. Looks like the Yapsor is going to find his way to the grave.
Biggest kill.
And that's the gem dropping to the deck. He buys back into the game. A swap from Puppy. He's not going to keep him alive much longer. That's 2 quick kills in favor of Vici. That's a double buyback as a result. Ace trying to get off the Reckoning Assault onto 2. It's a pretty good one. In the meantime, we have a duel being applied to Ancient Apparition. That's going to be a freebie. As mid one, he is getting absolutely demolished. No buyback for him. 120 seconds on the deck. Let's see the Song of Siren come into play. And Lanham is full HP as a result. And this is a dieback onto Puppy. So you have to think this is the beginning of the end for Secret in this group stage. Looks like they're going to be 3rd place. Group 4.
That would mean they would be facing...
Most like, I mean, it's going to be Vici.
Depending...
It's going to be Vici. I cannot picture a world... No, I know. I cannot picture a world where... Oh, it's going to be the opposite group. Yeah. I keep forgetting. I made the rules and I forgot. I keep forgetting. So that just shows my age again.
Terrible rule.
Well, tier 3 tower down, and this is going to be Mega Creeps at the very least. Oh, okay.
So let's try to finish off on what we were actually saying.
Yeah.
Expectable for OG to pick Empire, which means Secret will be facing each.
Most likely, yeah. That's a hype matchup. That is a hype matchup. Mega Creeps are officially there. Here comes the duel, and Fada is actually going to get this kill onto OD. That's a pretty big one, but did he buy back recently? I'm not sure. Haven't really kept track. Still has buyback, 98 seconds. We'll have to do so. But OD's just going to buy back, and they're going to try to finish this. Can't really blame Vici game for this. PP as close as he can. Tier 4 tower number 1 is down. Look at this double mana drain. Wonder what that tastes like. Chronosphere onto 1, and Medusa can't get in the range because it's way too big. And Fata, this looks to be a dieback on its way. No duel for 15 seconds. Gonna be close. Nope, he drops right in front of this fountain. 13 seconds for Sniper to come back in this game. Betty's wishing for that +6 shrapnel charge with that now. Ace pops the BKB, trying to run back to the fountain, but it's the Shadow Blade off at the last moment. Second tier 4 tower is dead. Sniper. Oh, the Song of Siren. Yeah, they're just gonna finish it the old-fashioned way. Objective-based gaming. Ori's dead. I don't think it matters though. Just hit those racks. That's a lot of damage being done though. Goodness gracious. Ori pops the ult, and eventually, Vici Gaming will take this game in 54 minutes. You hated the draft. Everybody hated the draft, except for Trent. I know Trent liked it.